Hello, babies. Audio Jungle.
Hey BBs, I'm here in Oregon, and we got a new vehicle. Well, kind of. Hello BBs. Here tonight because I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is huge and important and changed my life forever. It started 6 years ago. Me and my husband are going through a rough time, not as a couple, but just in life. We were dealing with some shit, and one of my very, very good friends told me that we don't have to be our thoughts. We're not just our brain, we're more than that. And that it takes a long time to tell your brain to think that way, and I still don't do it as much as I should. But I try to block out all the negativity that flows into my brain that I possibly can. I'm not good at it at all, but I try. So, about the same time period, I read the book The Secret. And everything in the book is about the law of attraction. And that means what you put out, you're going to get back in. If I smile at everybody I see in a day, chances are most of those people are going to smile at me. And then maybe it'll carry on and keep going. But I have my bad days, and what if I pull into the store and all of a sudden, I don't know, like it just seems like a shit day, everything's going to go wrong, I don't smile at people. That's just as contagious. That pissed off mood that you can hand off to each other just by facial expressions or by your body language. And coming from the East Coast and being so willing to tell everybody my opinion and how I feel, it's sometimes hard to break that. You need to listen to the people around you also and care about them. It's a huge part. So with the law of attraction, obviously I want good in my life, so I'm going to try to keep good people around me. My circle's not huge, but I do have a million friends, it seems like. I have a lot of people that I think genuinely care about me, and I'm very, very fortunate to be able to say that. And to all of you that do, thank you so much, because if it wasn't for you, who knows what this life would be today. So, you know, you start surrounding yourself with good people, and you start thinking a different way. Like, no, we deserve this. We're going to get this good stuff. We need this in our lives. And me and my husband were really able to make some shit happen. We lived in San Francisco and got to work on Pier 39 for over a good year, which was incredible. I got to look at the sea lions as I tattooed. It was the most amazing thing ever. I had my son in Berkeley, California. He's my little Berkeley baby. And although when we lived in Oakland, we 100% did live in the ghetto. We were between gangs, right in between, like this. Yeah, West Oakland's no joke. So we lived there for a while. We really did love it. We didn't want to leave, but it's super, super pricey to live in the Bay Area and then to have a child on top of that. So we moved to Arizona. I've never in my life had a time like I have and had in Arizona. And I mean that in the crappiest way possible. I personally, this is my opinion, don't come trashing me for it. I hate Arizona. I think it is literally the pits of hell. And for you, those of you that embrace it, more power to you, but I ain't sinking in there. Not in that state. Not gonna happen. I felt such an evil and terrible, terrible presence in the home that I lived in. And that was on top of it being haunted. So, that'll be part 2, this ghost story. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead to Arizona being a really, really crappy situation. I hate the heat. I absolutely despise the heat. And it's like, there's like 2 months out of the year that you can actually go outside there because it's cool enough to walk outside. Otherwise, it's like the opposite of what I grew up with. Like, you're not trapped inside because there's snow and you can't physically go anywhere. It's because it's so hot, you're gonna die if you go anywhere. So, that was one of the reasons that I highly disliked that place, because I'm a northern girl. I like it cool. I got my fan on. I hope it's not bothering you. I totally forgot to turn it off. Anyway, I like having my windows open, and I like fresh air from trees, and you can't get that there. So, I was miserable, went through a whole bunch of stuff, and I decided, once I took over my house, once I demanded back my home from what was in there, I wrote this. And what this says is, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm glowing. I'm happy that we're here in Oregon and succeeding in school. Happy, healthy, wealthy is literally just like how you should feel. If you get that bad shit in your brain, try to think of it like you're physically throwing it out. Like, picture that shit in your hand and toss it away. Get rid of it. You don't need to hold on to it. Acknowledge it, throw it away. Do yourself that favor if you can. Anyway, we were in Arizona, and I drew this picture. See that truck? My 59 Chevy Apache. I drew this like 2.5 years ago and put it on my vision board, because I believe everyone should have a vision board. It's like, it's goals, it's things in life that you want, and putting out into the universe that you want these things, and you get to see it as a reminder, and it's really good for yourself to see what you're working for, and to hope that someday you can have these fantastic things that you might not have right now, or might not have the resources to get, or maybe it's just going to take some time. We moved to Oregon. I wrote this when I was still in Arizona, but I wrote it as though we got a house and we were here in Oregon and we were happy, and I got this truck. And a year later, I got this truck. My 59 Chevy Apache has the same rust marks on the doors. It's actually quite ridiculous how similar this looks to my actual truck. Besides the wood bed, which I will have a wood bed eventually put in, because it doesn't have a floorboard in my short bed now, but that's fine. But I manifested this. I made it happen. This is the truck I've always dreamed of. It's the one thing I've always wanted and always dreamed of. I have a couple things on my vision board now. I'm sorry that I slur sometimes, guys. My stuff gets ahead of me, and my brain doesn't work quite well when I'm speaking sometimes. So, to tie up this little part, I guess part 1 or whatever of The Secret, the law of attraction, and putting out into the universe what you want. I got my truck. And if you see at the beginning of this video me hopping out of a 32 Roadster, we got that delivered today, and that was also on our vision board because me and my husband both got the cars and truck that we wanted, that we really hoped that we were going to get someday, and we got them. We worked for it, and it happened. Like, just happened. And a couple months ago, like 6 months ago or something, he's like, oh, just for the hell of it, I'm going to put this Roadster up on our vision board because why not? We got your truck and the car, and I had at this point completely refreshed almost everything on the board because we were checking that shit off. We were getting it. We were doing it. And it wasn't about obtaining things. It's not always about obtaining things, but being in a certain place and being comfy where you're at and the people that you're around. And business. I have stuff about business on my vision board. I have stuff about vacations on my vision board. I want to see black sand beaches. I want to go to Maui. And as long as everything goes the way that it potentially should, hopefully I'll be there in October right before Halloween, and that would be incredible. That is also on my list. But I want you guys to know that it is possible to get what you want in this life. And sometimes it's really hard, and I get down on myself daily because I was conditioned as a child to think that I didn't deserve stuff. So I have to justify it now. But I don't. I'm an adult. I have a family. We take care of our shit. And I want to share it with you guys. I want you to know that, like, no matter if you're down in the dumps, if you're on your last leg, you're not alone. I have a fabulous life. I'm not rich and famous. I don't need to be. But I have a great life, even through depression and anxiety and stuff that everybody deals with all the time. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. And coming from 6 years ago when we very first arrived in Oregon and trusting somebody who we thought we could trust, and being put out on our ass homeless for trusting people that we didn't know. And we will never ever put our lives before someone else's goals ever again, because even though ultimately we got where we wanted to be, we're back here and we're thriving. We had to go through a bunch of shit to get here, and it wasn't all good, you know, but it's our story, and that's yeah, that's all I can share is what I know to pass on to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed my goofy ass little clip earlier. If you made it this far, congratulations and thank you so much. I hope you're subscribed, share, like, comment, share it again. I don't care. I'm funny, I think, kinda. I don't know. But I had a good day today, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I will do a part 2, and I will do my haunting in Arizona story soon if I don't get cast on TV for it. So we'll see how that works. That could go nowhere, or it could be me telling my story on TV. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here, and have a fabulous night. Mwah.